All right, today we're gonna make chicken and dumplings. This is my mother's recipe. I used to ask for it every year for my birthday, and she would make it for me, and now I make it for my family. So what you're gonna need for the sides, we do cranberries, we do corn, and then we do mashed potatoes. That's kind of what we pour our chicken and dumplings on, is our mashed potatoes. So you're gonna need as many potatoes as you are for serving to make mashed potatoes. You can use any kind of chicken breast, chicken tenders, chicken breast. We're just going to be shredding it while it's boiling in the chicken broth. We're going to season with these. You can use any kind of seasoning you want. And then we're going to need an egg, flour, salt and pepper, and then you're going to need some of the juice from the chicken broth to make your dumplings. All right, let's get started. All right, what we're going to do is go ahead and start our chicken and dumplings. We're going to take the chicken out of the package, put it in the pot. We're going to add the chicken broth and our seasoning and bring it to a boil and then turn it on simmer. All right, we got our chicken in our pot. We're going to take a little pepper. We're going to start seasoning our chicken. A little salt. We're going to do a little 21 season salute. And we're going to do a little onion salt. Just coat it real well. Little garlic powder. Garlic powder. I like a lot of that. And then we're going to use our green goddess. And then we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth. I like to just kind of mix it up a little bit, because I'm going to use this to shred it once it's cooked. Okay, we're going to add our chicken broth. The whole container. We're going to bring this to a boil, and then we're going to turn it on like medium-low for a little while, watch it, then simmer, just until the chicken's tender enough that we can go ahead and shred it. All right, I'm going to put the lid on it and let it go. All right, it's coming to a boil. Now we're going to go ahead and turn it on like medium, and then put the lid back on. And peel my potatoes and get these ready. All right, I have a tip for you when you're peeling potatoes. Stick your fork in here, and then you can just peel without cutting your fingers. All right, I got my potatoes all peeled. Now I'm just going to go ahead and coarsely chop. All right, so I got my potatoes in there. Just going to add some salt. And then over here, we're on medium. Whew. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. It's breaking up nicely, and I'm going to be starting my dumplings. And I'm going to add about a cup of water to this because I'll need enough liquid to basically boil the dumplings. Okay, I'm getting ready to make the dumplings, so I added a cup. I'm going to add another cup of water because I eyeball it just to see where I need to be and how much room I need in there for my dumplings. And I think that's going to be enough. So I keep that on low till I get my dumplings ready, and then I'll crank it up and drop my dumplings into boiling. Okay, you're going to need 3 cups of flour. You're going to need 1 egg. You're going to want to add some pepper and some salt. And then we're going to get a little broth out of our chicken pan right now. All right, we're going to grab a little bit of this liquid for our dumplings. All right, we're going to bring it over here, and we're going to slowly add it to the egg, salt and pepper, and 3 cups of flour until it forms like a dough. So I'm going to just add a little at a time and get my little fork and start stirring it up. And we're just going to stir. We're going to need probably all that. That's about a half cup so far. Okay, I'm going to stir this. I need 2 hands. Okay, I used about anywhere from a half a cup to 3/4 cups. Just slowly add it until your dough starts to look like this. Okay? You can't mess it up because you can always add flour, but you want it like this, which I'm going to add a little flour because I sort of think 3/4 cups is a little much because it's a little sticky, but I'm going to have to add flour to roll it out anyway. So on a clean surface, you want to kind of get a whole bunch of flour, and then we're going to go ahead and take our dough out and start rolling it out. Alright, so I just added a little flour, and I'm just going to kind of knead it a little bit, get that flour all around. And then as soon as it feels more dough-like and it's not sticky, you don't want it sticky. So you want it like nice dough. Just keep kneading it and adding a little flour so your hands don't stick. Get this kneaded. And we'll roll it out. Okay, now we have it all ready to start rolling out. And we're just going to roll it out as flat as we can. It does not matter the shape. We're just going to try to get it all even. Doesn't matter the shape. Try to keep it on the flour so that way it doesn't stick to your surface. All right, we have it all rolled out, and the thickness is like so. And what we're going to do is just cut it into strips. And then you go all the way through, and then I usually just take a little, as big as you want them. This is how I do it. And now we're going to go ahead and start adding them into our chicken broth, but we're going to turn it up a little bit so it almost comes to a boil so that these can cook. All right, our chicken broth's coming to a boil. I got it all cut up, and now we're going to start adding them to the broth. All right, it's starting to come to a boil. We're going to start adding our dumplings. So what I do is I just kind of loosen them up, pick them up, and then we're going to bring them over there and start throwing them in. So then we just start throwing them in. And that's it. Oops. They cook real fast. All right, once you got them all in, just let it boil for a minute. Keep an eye on it. Babysit it. Don't. See how thick it is now? Luckily, we added that water. Okay. I think that they're all... Look at those dumplings and that chicken. All right, we're going to turn it down and then put the lid on it. And we're going to check our potatoes. See if they're getting soft. They are getting soft. They're almost ready to mash. All right, they're on low. We're going to mash our potatoes and get ready to eat. All right, I'm going to drain and mash my potatoes. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of my butter. We're going to add a little salt and pepper. And a splash of milk. Now we're going to start mashing. And that's it. All right, our chicken and dumplings is done, our corn's done, and our mashed potatoes. Let's eat. And that's what's for dinner. So good. Let's dig in.